Hi guys and welcome back. Last week I think I got this Harrier to MOT readiness. So I'm literally gonna take that now. It's a bit wet today. Let me just check here. I'm gonna just put it out and do very quick MOT checks. Otherwise I am gonna take it, and I think I got it to what I would say is possible. So I'm literally gonna take it. I'm gonna drive it there. And when you balance the 1 day's insurance versus van hire, I think it's so similar in price that I think driving it is good, right? You get to drive it and you get to see exactly what it does and doesn't do. And I'm so picky with these bikes that I tend to do the work that needs doing when I get back. But yeah, for now I'm taking it. I'm going to get it MOT'd and see what happens there. This is interesting. A guy walked up down to the garage not long ago and said, I've got a DNA. I'm sure he said a DNA 50, blah, 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 blah. Carb needs to clean. I gave him a 50cc brand new carb and said, take that, chuck that on. And then he said, oh no, it's not a 50, it's 125 or 180. And then he brought this carb down and I did a carb clean off camera for him and sent it back. Said, go on, get out of here. I hate DNAs, don't come anywhere near me with it. He's a lovely guy, by the way. He watches the channel. And then in the week, which I wasn't here, he's pushed it here. I wasn't here, but one of the garage owners has said he can bring it in and lock it up. So I think he wants to do some work on it here with me. I don't know what it does or doesn't do. I hate DNAs. I just hate DNAs. The only thing I would do to make a DNA more reliable is I'd get a tank, a petrol tank that fits in here, the exact size, and I would trickle the fuel down to the carb, and you'll solve 70% of your issues. Your issues are always with fuel, trying to get from the bottom of the bike up to the carb using mechanical pumps and not electrical pumps. That was the biggest issue. So put a tank in, trickle it down. And I did look into that last time, but I never found one that held enough litres and fit, you know. You'd have to kind of design one and get it made. Right, let's get this bike out. Let's do some pre-MOT checks, some basic ones. Look, it has its reflector. I would have made sure of that. Steering left to right, braking, shocks, tyres, rear tyres brand new, etc. So everything that I can see, it's fine, it's MOTable. Horns working, of course, we fixed that last week. Indicators all work. Shocks are good and fine, clean, no issues there. Yeah, actually everything's good and fine. It doesn't like any revs. No revs at all when you start it. It hates revs. You have to just press the button and let it tick over, and sometimes you've got to do that 3 or 4 times. With these bikes, very normal, you know, it's a carb bike. It's actually done 29,000, I think that's miles. That's amazing. That means this bike has history on the road, right? It means it hasn't been off the road so much. Right, I'm throwing my helmet on, I'm trickling down to the centre, and I'm gonna cross my fingers and hope it passes. I'm my worst critic, me. I'm the worst. I'm the one that will say everything's rubbish, really, but actually, many times I do a much better job than I thought. Remember, this bike had a starter clutch issue. It never started, had intermittent issue with the spark, and now it's beautiful, right, in some ways. Wow, guys, that bike is so smooth. That if I was testing a bike, if I was going, someone said to me, Charlie, I've only got this much budget, I'm going to buy a cheap bike, and they had £800. I would never expect to get that quality for £800. I'm sorry, I just wouldn't. That was as smooth as the fuel injection. Brakes are working great. I was a bit worried about the front brake because I had to tie the lever down to get some air out. It's beautiful. Front pads were biting well. I was wearing them in on purpose. I'm shocked. That bike, wow. I honestly shocked. It ran really well. Left it with him now. I'd be shocked if it doesn't pass. I'm not buying new fairings for it. That's a category N bike. It's actually got full service history. I've got a packet of service history. It's got 29,000 miles. It's a cheap bike. It's going to be an £800 bike. Riding today. It should keep you on the road for a year. And then my focus will be on the last bike. I've got one bike left, which is actually in better condition, but older, with less miles, blah, blah, blah. It will clean up well. But that has shocked me. It ran so well. Wow, what a beauty. Wow, it rides really well, guys. No advisories. That's actually unbelievable. But the stuff like taping up the panels, that's what that's all for, because sharp panels would have either a fail or an advisory. Wow, honestly guys, so smooth, rides beautifully. I'm throwing this advert up now, £800, no offers, starts on the button. I've got the MOT, I've got 2 keys, I've got the logbook, runs and rides. I'll be honest, in the advert it's a category N on the logbook, because of this panel damage actually. And that it's fully, come on, let's be honest, it's fully serviced. It's had a lot of servicing work done, but the panels are a little bit rough. So anyone who comes willing to pay 800 will get a great running bike, brand new rear tyre, all of the work that has been done. But it's a bit messy. I mean, if I was them and I bought it at 800, I'll save up my next pay slip and I'll buy the front panel for 82 quid, and then I'll save up my next pay slip and I'll buy the inside panel for 42 quid. You know, I would do it up bit by bit over the next year. If I was using it, if I was a young person using it, I'd do it up bit by bit over the next year. And if you could get them black panels over there, that'd be unbelievable. That'd be amazing. Right, let me get these pictures, get this advert up, and then we'll look at what we're doing next. Although I've got a local guy coming with his stupid free wheel thing for brake pads. I can't stand that thing. I don't even know how to hold it up while I take one of the wheels off. So after a fair amount of searching, I found this paint that says it's fuel proof, although annoyingly it doesn't say it anywhere on the can. It's a 1K mix. Now normally I prefer the 2K mix because it's proper fuel proof. This said fuel resistant, I believe, online, but there's not many matte clears out there, so this is all I've got. Remember, that is fully 2K cleared and coated, but on the CD. But I want to dumb it down, and in a way I've done that. I sprayed the clear in a way that done that, but you've got these streaks there that are slightly shinier. So I did a bad spray job on purpose, but that messed up in a way. Spraying this consistently and clearly should get me a better matte finish for the CD, because the CD has to be up and ready and gone soon, because it's done. I don't need it here much longer. You know, lovely bike, but I don't need it here much longer. All of these repairs look terrible, but they're fuel proof, and that's what counts. I did consider sanding it all back down, but actually I kind of want the bulk. I wish I'd done these a bit better. I wish I'd sanded them a bit more, but again, I'm not that fussed now. It just kind of needs the bulk. What this tank really needs is stripping down to metal. It needs to be welded and painted back up, and it's kind of structural enough to be able to do that. But I'm going to throw some coats on this while I'm waiting. I didn't realise that I left this bike so bare. I didn't realise the exhaust isn't on. I don't actually know what is on this bike and what's not, so I'm going to pull this out after and do a bit of an assessment on it. This bike is up for 1100. I just dropped it to 1000. I'm not dropping it past 1000. It's a lot of bike for £1,000. Rides beautifully. I warm it up after just to circulate the oil, but it was only last Saturday that I had it up running and riding. It's great. It rides great, really great. And then of course we just passed the MOT, and I'm an idiot. I'm meant to be sitting down and throwing up the advert, and I already forgot because I'm doing this. What I'll do is I'll do a couple of very light layers, let that dry, and I'll do the advert in between. Still not sponsored by Pepsi Max yet. I'm gonna have to reach out.